In Genesis chapter 12, God calls Abraham from his people and he tells them he wants to lead him to a land which is not known to Abraham but known to God, the land of promise. We see from verse 4 that Abraham obeys the Lord and he moves just as God had instructed him. And later we would be told that Abraham worshipped the Lord. Two things that we can see from the story of Abraham. One is that God reaches out by the grace of God to Abraham. What do we know about Abraham? Abraham, his family was that of moon worshippers, people who never sought the Lord, people who never loved the Lord, but it was a culture which was worshipping the moon. But again, what we see that even though Abraham was worshipping the moon, he was willing to leave that and to follow the leading of the Lord in obedience. Perhaps a lesson for us who are believers, who you have known the Lord. The core here is to appreciate the grace of God in our lives, that God reached to us like Abraham, who never knew the Lord. We were lost in sin. We never knew the Lord. We never sought the Lord. We never loved the Lord. We were actually rebels, but the Lord in his mercies reached to us. Again, like Abraham, who left his father and mother, who left his kindred, who left his religion, who left his idols and followed the Lord. Perhaps the question for us is, what could be the Lord calling you to live today so that you may follow him? Could be the Lord be saying you are lost in your religion? Could be the Lord be saying that you are lost in idolatry? Is that pornography the Lord could be calling you to live so that you may follow him? Is that perhaps tribesmen that you are holding so dearly, the Lord is calling you to live so that you may follow him? Is it culture? You have been so deeply lost in your culture and the Lord is calling you to leave it so that you may follow him. Jesus, addressing his disciples, he was telling them, unless you love him more than your brothers, your sisters, your children, you cannot follow him. I pray as the Lord and his word is challenging us today, you will be willing to leave that which is of the world and to follow Jesus. And may the Lord help us as we pursue him, as we follow him, and as we obey him. The Lord bless you.